We are recording.
Fabulous. Okay, let me get my ducks in a row over here. Diana, I do have screen sharing abilities, right?
Yes, you should.
Okay, good deal.
And in fact, I can make you host if you would like.
Ooh, I love the thought of that. I'm into power, as you know.
Oh, there you go.
No.
You're the host.
Okay. Everything is moving very, very slowly on my end, but as soon as it works, then we're gonna do it.
Awesome. Thank you for teaching this class.
Of course, my pleasure. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my computer to do what it's just naturally supposed to do, we're going to start in command. If you're following along, we're going to start in command. If you're not following along, that's okay. Fortunately, Keller Williams Realty has made it really, really, really easy to do this. So it's not going to be that complicated. There are a couple of nuances because in the past, every time we've taught this class, we've taught how to get buyer leads. We've done buyer funnels. We're going to do something a little bit different this time. We're going to do our best to attract listings, right? It's leads, listings, leverage. So, and Keller Williams Denton is currently killing it in listings taken and listings sold. And so I thought we would just try to continue that trend. And yet again, International has made it really, really easy for us to do that. So we're going to try that this time and see how that works. Okay. If I share my screen now, you're going to see a big picture of Laura. Oh, there we go. Okay. So if everyone is in command, here's what it looks like. Can y'all see my screen? Okay.
We sure can.
Yes. I looked for Diana's subtle nod, and I knew exactly what we were looking for. So over here on the left-hand side, we're going to go to campaigns, which is this cool little megaphone here. And once we're in here, there's about 1 million different ways that you can get to the paid ads. What I like to do is click on this cool teal button here that says, by the way, I said green, and all of the women in the office informed me that this is teal, okay? So if you didn't learn anything in this class today, just remember the button in command is teal.
Or Tiffany blue. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
See, I have commentary that's not appropriate for this video, so it is being recorded. So, okay, so we'll move on. We've clicked on create a campaign. We're going to enter a campaign name. I'm just going to call this, for the purposes of this, I'm going to call it attract listings, because that's what we're trying to do, right? And then, so we've got to select a goal. That's going to be this second one on the left here, which is attract listings. Now, remember, we usually do this for buyers. So this is totally experimental. And then where would you like your ad to run? We're going to put Facebook. And we're not going to choose Instagram. We're not going to choose Twitter. And the reason that we're not going to do that is because Instagram and Twitter really just aren't set up they're not really set up for lead conversion. They're definitely set up for advertisements. That's how they pay their bills. They're not really set up for lead conversion. Facebook is totally set up for lead conversion. I could go into detail on that for about half an hour, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to tell you what to do, and then we're going to go in here and start making our ad. Okay. So once you tell Facebook what to do, or once you tell command what you're looking to do, it's going to bring up this screen here. So we know already our name and goal is to attract listings. And so now it's going to give you the option here of selecting a listing. Frankly, I don't think that makes a whole heck of a lot of sense. I don't think that we need to select a listing in order to attract listings. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave that one alone, and it will let us do that. The next box we're going to go to is here. It's add text. And I'm going to give you guys some creative and some innovative text to use here. It has some suggestive text here, thinking of selling, not sure now is the right time. We can help you find what your home is worth. I'm going to give you a little bit of a better call to action, okay? So, and you can write this down. We can post this later. Here's what I'm going to put. It's going to say,
Not everything, but I don't.
if someone wanted to buy your North Texas home,
The ones I'm showing right
you
now.
sell it, question mark, find out its value in the current market. There is some discrepancy on whether or not we're really allowed to use the word value. It's been used more and more and more lately, and no one seems to be panicking about it. So we're just going to be rebels today, and we're going to use it. The other thing I'll mention about this is that, you know, I put North Texas here because I cover a very wide swath of land. If you've seen my listings, I go out to Lake Bridgeport and all the way out to Kaufman. So I don't have a very small service area. But if you prefer to work like Denton, well, you should put Denton here, right? If someone wanted to buy your Denton, Texas home. If you prefer to work Flower Mound, Highland Village, you can put that there. So I put North Texas because I don't want to pigeonhole myself into a small market. But if you prefer to work a micro market, if you will, great, put that there. So that makes sense to everybody? I can hear a whole lot of noises, but I can't see anybody. So I don't know if everything's on fire in the background, or are we good?
I muted a couple of people.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just look for Diana's assuring smile, and she says everything's good, so I'm going to believe her. Okay, so the headline text that we're going to run with is, here's that word again, find the value of your home. Okay. Rebecca's going to jump on here any minute and say, you can't use value, but I've asked her about it recently. And a lot of our automatic advertisements through command have the word value. And it seems like there was a loophole. So she might come on later and say, I'm totally wrong. But the last we discussed it, it was okay. And then in the description box here, North Texas home values are on the rise, comma, click learn more to find out what you could get for your home. And yes, I do type 84 words per minute, so that was really fast. If you need a second, just, you know, raise your hand and say, hey, I need a second. I saw no hands. We're going to go. Okay, so that's your add text. We're going to click on Save Add Text right here. And now we're going to go into add media. So here, this is really, really interesting. Most people, whenever they are, Diana, your mic is on, right? So I'll ask you the hypothetical question. Okay. Whenever people are advertising for listings or they're advertising a listing, what do they use a picture of?
A house.
Yeah. Everyone, real estate agents are obsessed with putting pictures of houses because they think no one has ever seen one before and they're the only ones that sell them. And that's just not the case. So here is, there is a company out there that is very, very expensive. I know because I'm subscribed to them, and they're called Street Text. And Street Text runs some of the most successful Facebook advertising. I'm not going to give the stats because then you're all going to try to go and subscribe to them. And I'm telling you, they're too expensive for, if there's a certain production level that if you're doing below it, you should just do what we're doing right here. It's pricey. But what's really cool about me being a subscriber to them is that I'm just going to steal their stuff and give it to you for free. Is that cool? Are we happy with that? So let me show you. Let me show you what they do and what I think you should do. There's a website that many of you have probably never heard of called maps.google.com, and maps.google.com has maps of the. I'm kidding. You guys know what maps is, right? So go to maps and then go to the satellite view, and we're just going to back out. And what I would suggest you do with your screen is just choose where your service area is. So I know that my service area is, it's pretty much here at Lake Ray Roberts all the way down to I-30. And then I go from Lake Bridgeport out to Farmersville, right? So I know that roughly here is my service area, right? Louisville tends to be right in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is if you're on a PC, okay, at the bottom left, I'm not on a PC, by the way, so I cannot demonstrate for you, but I'm going to tell you. In the bottom left-hand corner where you can type stuff to go find, type snip, just the word snip, and hit enter. It brings up your snip tool. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to do sort of a screen capture, but you get to choose what part of the screen gets to be captured, right? You get to click and drag, okay? If you were on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-4, okay? And Command-Shift-4 does exactly the same thing, okay? It's your snip tool, if you will. So, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it on your end, but I'm going to Command-Shift-4, and it allows me to drag and select my area and a little bit of Matt's face. And so there we go. I've got the photo that I'm going to use for my ad. Now, you might be thinking, Thomas, why are we using a map? Reason number one, it works. Reason number two, people can literally see where they live on a map that they're scrolling past. That tends to grab attention, right? And so you're a real estate agent, right? You're running this from your real estate page, your real estate office. They might wonder, you know, does the Eaves Realty Group cover my area? Well, sure they do. It's on the freaking map on the ad, right? So it's I don't know why it works. I don't know what the psychology is behind it. I don't really care. The fact is, it does. It works. So in the media, we're just going to go in and I'm going to select that I just, by the way, Mac or PC, it's going to save to your desktop. All of your snips save to your desktop, unless you choose something different. I did the wrong thing. No, I did the right thing. Add images, upload image. And it's definitely on the desktop, and it's what I just downloaded. There it is. Image size must be less than 3 megabytes. Okay, so if your image size is too big, there's a free way to minimize the size, and I forget what it's called. I use Photoshop, which is a really, really expensive program. Diana, do you know of a program where we could resize for free?
Yeah, actually Paint. You can open in there and resize by 50% and click save and you're good.
Okay, everybody get that? Wow, that was great. I was just asking you so I could install it and figure it out.
Can you repeat that?
Go ahead.
Diana, can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, so every PC has a program called Paint already installed on it. So if you just open it up in Paint, there'll be a resize button in there, and you can do it by percent and then just do like say 50%, because in Facebook it's going to be like this big, so it doesn't need to be a huge picture. So 50%, click save, close, and you're good.
Okay, what if you have a Mac? So I don't have Paint.
Hey Thomas, is there a free Paint like program on Mac?
No, there's not. I know that there's I don't know if they still exist, but this was their original purpose. It was called InfraView.
Yeah, shake this guy.
Here it is. We Heart Thomas. Oh, y'all are so sweet. InfraView is the problem is I don't know if they have a plugin for Mac.
Yeah.
We're gonna find it any second. Well, okay. I resize for Mac. I wonder if there's one where you could. Oh, look, you could just do it online.
There.
No, you can't. No, you can't. This has to be done. Well, that's not something that I was planning for, and I don't want to spend an hour and a half on it. If you have a Mac, we're gonna have to figure it out. I love this journey for you. Thank you.
Hi, Scrappy.
We tried to do something experimental, and look, it totally blew up in our faces. But
Yeah.
I think it's because
I'm gonna see if I can find just about anything else. Oh, look, here's Melanie and I cutting a blue ribbon. Isn't this cute? So that's gonna become our image for the purposes of this demonstration. Man, that's cute. We're gonna run that. We're gonna run that for sure. Absolutely. Can everybody see this? Well, thank God for that.
We sure can.
That's kind of cute. We're going to run that. We're going to run that ad. Okay, imagine this is a map. Okay, so the next section we're going to go on to here is the actual setting up the Facebook ad itself. So assuming that you have a Facebook page that you're running this from, meaning you have a business page, your account will be your name over here, the page. I manage a lot of pages, but use Realty Group at Keller Williams Realty is going to be the page I'm going to run this from. The destination here, use a Facebook lead gen form. Always use a Facebook lead gen form, and here's why. It fills it out for them. That is, whenever we're talking about getting advertisements online and trying to get conversions to contacts, the idea is the fewest clicks possible. We don't want the person to have to click a whole bunch of time and type in a whole bunch of information. Whenever you use a Facebook lead gen form, they click on the advertisement, it fills out a box, it fills out all the fields for them, because Facebook already knows your information. Are we confused about that? Facebook already knows your info, right? Facebook knows what your email is, they know what your phone number is, they know that they know more about you than that. But it will fill out that contact form for them, so all they have to do is click the ad and then click send, right? So they don't have as much time to think about it. They might click it and go, oh crap, but still, they clicked on it. We have it. It's great. So, so we always use the Facebook lead generation form. Facebook does require us to have a follow-up destination URL or a landing page. Now, here's what's really, really cool about the program that your company, the #1 real estate company on the face of the planet, has created. They thought about this. So you'll see over here, there's this button that says choose landing page. You might be thinking, Thomas, I didn't create a landing page. That's okay. Here's how we're going to correct that. So if you are, I think it's control, hold down control if you're on a PC, and if you're on a Mac, hold down command and push the back button in your browser. And something really weird is going to happen. It's going to open up a second instance of command in another tab. Okay? So now that we're in here, so I'll just give away the secret. What I'm doing is I'm going to go build the landing page. And I'm going to do it in like 2 minutes. Okay? So we're going to go down here to where it says consumer, which is on the far left of your command screen. And this has got all of your websites. Now, clearly, I have never built a website before. I have a lot, and by the way, they're unlimited. They're free. You build as many as you want to.
And they're easy.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very easy. It's literally drag and drop. So I'm going to click on this teal button, create a new site. And so it's going to ask me, do I want this on my agent site or do I want it as a standalone page? This is going to be a standalone page because it's not connected to my website in any way. And so here we are. And so you'll see on the, y'all's faces keep getting in my way while I'm trying to do hard work here. So on the right-hand side, yeah, sorry about that. On the right-hand side, these are all the widgets. What are widgets? Widgets are automatically built out platforms that you can put on your website that they just work, right? And so I always start with branded header. Wow, that was super hard. And since we're trying to convert people to filling out our form and getting basically a market snap of their house, the next one that I would probably use is the lead form. Right? We want leads. So we're just going to put lead form there. The next one I would put is I really want people to know that I'm the local expert, right? So I can put my local expert in front. I can put it below that. I can put it above that. It's already filled out. By the way, you might be wondering, how is this already filled out? It's from your marketing profile. So if you've filled out your marketing profile in Command, this is done for you. If you haven't filled out your marketing profile in Command, first of all, it's been over a year. Where are you? Second of all, it's really, you should do it. It's really good. And then finally, a great thing that automatically builds your database for you and follows up with your database for you is if people download your app. So I always put my app in here. So I just built the website. It took what, 45 seconds? Now I can go in and you can click right here and it says configure widgets. And so now I can make my branded header say something like, what's your house worth? And I can go in and fill out all this information and I can customize what it says here in my bio, which I'm pretty happy with what it says in my bio. Look, it says father to his 6 fur babies. And just so y'all know, that's out of date now. There's more. There's more than that. Yep, I know. Don't envy me. I did not bring any of them home, by the way. From the header, instead of interested, let's talk, we can say find out what your home is worth. That's 2 words. Home is worth instantly. It's not instantly, but if people think it's instantly, they will click that. Is that deceptive? Who's to say? So anyway, the final one is the apps. Download the KW app. I don't like calling it the KW app because they're literally filling out an ad at their Eaves Realty Group, and so I don't want them to think I'm not soliciting. Says, come on, Trek, come after me. So I just say, okay, get free access to local homes from any device. And then I'll click on publish page as soon as it's done configuring. I'm not Jessica, by the way. This is all placeholder text. It's still thinking. It's calling me Jessica. Anyway, so you would click on publish page, and what's going to happen is it's going to, I'll show you on the list. It's going to pop up in this list. Whatever you titled your page, it's going to show up in this list. Okay, we're going to pretend it's Wagon Trail. And so if I go back here to choose landing page, now if I click on choose landing page, I just get to choose whichever page I just created, right? So I said it was Wagon Trail, so there it is, Wagon Trail. Does that make sense? Does everybody follow that?
Yeah.
Okay, fabulous. So now we're going to move on to ad targeting. This is who your ad's going to be in front of, okay? If you leave this custom setting off, it's going to advertise to people within 20 miles of Austin, Texas, my second least favorite city in Texas. So this doesn't make any sense unless you are licensed in Austin, whether you realize it or not. But you don't have access to the MLS in Austin. Oh, and by the way, they still haven't decided to use a showing service. So it's really difficult to show in Austin. I know, I've done it. So my suggestion would be you run this ad like, you know, where you work. So we're gonna click on this, and we're not gonna target our database. I have a feeling that if you have people in your database that want to list with you, then they're just gonna list with you. So we're gonna target a custom audience, okay? I do want them to be in the United States, yes, but a little bit more specifically. So here's what I know. Remember that map I pulled up a second ago and I showed you what my service area looked like? Remember what I said? I said Louisville, I know, is right in the middle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people run these from Denton, okay? So you'll run your advertisement from Denton. And the problem is that you don't really want to go up to like Gainesville, but way out to areas that you do want to work, like maybe Carrollton and the Collie and Farmers Branch. Your circle is Gainesville. Well, here's the thing. Why don't we just move the circle down a little bit, right? I know that Louisville is the center of my service. So
Getting a little choppy.
I'm assuming it's me. I assume it's not you. Command. It's me.
Yeah.
Type in Louisville. There we go. Louisville, put a pinpoint into Louisville and cover. I know that. If you don't know that about your service area, go and play in a map until you figure it out, and then you'll know where the center of your service area is and how far out you go. This is mine. You don't have to use mine. You don't have to go out that far. I like to drive. I like audiobooks. I don't listen to music. I don't. I was a music major. I've listened to enough music. I've listened to enough music for a lifetime. We're done. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go to is it's got this word expert targeting. Just so you know, by taking this class, you are an expert. So you do get to click on this. So expert targeting. We're going to search interests, and the interest that we're going to put in first is Zillow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's our biggest competition? It ain't Remax. It ain't eXp Realty. It's Zillow. Zillow's your biggest competition. So why not just take their customers?
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. So if someone's searching around on Zillow a whole heck of a lot, then their consumer profile is going to show that they're interested in Zillow. And so you're targeting people who are interested in Zillow. Congratulations, you just stole their clients. And I love that journey for you. So we're going to do Zillow, and then we're going to look up Trulia, which, by the way, is owned by Zillow, but some people choose to go there. You can do Realtor.com. And then another one that I like to add in that I just think is kind of interesting is Mortgage Calculator. For some reason, people that are interested in buying houses want to know how much it's going to cost them. And so they search Mortgage Calculator, so there's yet another way. So I'm just going to put those 4. We don't want to target it too much, and hit Save Selection. So this is going to target a whole bunch of people who are interested in buying and selling real estate, okay, which is exactly who we're looking for, right? Especially this Zillow one, because a lot of people who want to sell, remember, we're attracting listings. A lot of people who want to sell their houses, they can put their house on this website called Zillow for free. And by the way, if anyone wants a great script for sale by owners and how they shouldn't trust Zillow, I've got a killer script. That is not this class, but I've got a killer script. There's Deanna. She's really excited to make this class about that, but it's not about that. We're talking about Facebook ads. Diana, put it on the schedule. Okay, so save Facebook ad. And the final thing we have to do here is duration and budget, okay? I always run my ads for 7 days. The reason I run my ads for 7 days is because it takes 2 to 3 days to figure out what the hell is going on, okay? And then it works really, really well through the end of the 7 days. If you run it any further than that, it stagnates. There's something called, and the reason I know there's something called this is because I made it up. And it's called ad stagnation. And this happens. It even happens on my street text ads that are very, very expensive. They do really, really well for about a week, and then it drops off by like 50%, okay? So I would rather refresh, even if you're just gonna copy and paste the same ad, I would refresh it every 7 days. I wouldn't just let it run into perpetuity. So I'm gonna change this from 14 days to 7 days, okay? So this is a question I get all the time with total campaign budget. Now, if you took it, and I don't see anybody, maybe Alvin. I don't know if anyone took a Facebook class from me back in like 2016, whenever it was really newfangled. We were doing daily budgets of like $20 to $50 a day. We were running ads. We were running very expensive ads. The reason why is because we had to. There were big corporations that, like I don't know, Zillow, that had a huge budget, and in order for us to edge them out, we were having to spend a chunk of money. The benefit of the platform that you're looking at, what you're looking at here is called, notice we're not on Facebook. We're running a Facebook ad, we're not on Facebook. What you're looking at is a platform that was built for real estate agents to make money on Facebook. And the result of that is that Facebook gets paid millions of dollars by real estate agents to find. So basically, Facebook has figured out exactly who we're looking for. They know that we mean serious business, and so they approve our ads very, very quickly, and they make our cost per lead extraordinarily low. Okay, that's the benefit of having 180,000 agents on the same platform, all running ads to get business. Facebook loves us. Okay, so your daily budget over here is on the right. I usually make mine $5. You can make yours $3. I've had progress with as little as $3. I'm going to make mine $5. I'm going to spend $35 over the next 7 days. So if you just skip coffee every morning, then that's which is blasphemous, by the way. But you could just skip coffee every morning, and you could pay for your advertisement. Okay. So we're going to save duration and budget. And we are going to, we're going to be done. y'all's faces are in the way. So we're going to publish campaign. You can steal my credit card number right here. I'm not going to create the campaign because it's a picture of me and Melanie, and that's not what I want. But you could publish your campaign right now and be done and be out the door and life be great, right? So that advertisement will run. Your leads will automatically come into your contacts with a little L next to it for lead. which is great because where are my leads? Oh, it's where the leads are. It's in the leads folder. It's where the leads are. And I think Kelly notifies you. Kelly notifies me. So if you've got Kelly on your phone, awesome. By the way, Diana, I ran into Kevin Andrews this weekend. That's completely unrelated to me saying Kelly over and over and over again, I promise. So
Is it though?
no, it's not. I'm making fun of people. I have no shame. So Kelly does serve a purpose, two purposes. You can look up your profit share, and it tells you when you have a lead. So if you've got Kelly on your phone, that's great. If you don't, rough. Then you need to come and check for leads periodically. Though I think we're getting emails now. I think it sends us an email when we get leads now. I think, well, Melanie tells me that she gets an email every time. I don't know if I set that up or if Keller Williams set that up, but she gets an email. So we have run an ad that is designed to target listings. My follow-up hypothetical question to this, now that we've gotten this out of the way, would be, now that we've got this ad set up and it's going to go and start collecting listing leads, what are you going to do when you get one? This is a real, it's a real question.
You gonna call them?
That'd be a really good idea.
For Nick Baldwin?
That'd be a really good idea to call them. So what's funny is that I don't call them. Let me tell you my my own little secret, and then should I go into that? Yeah, no, I've enticed everybody, so I might as well do it. I might as well do it. There is a I think there's a free version. Jesse and I love it. There is a website or a Google Chrome extension. If you're not using Google Chrome, it's 2020. Let's just go ahead and bite the bullet and get off of Internet Explorer, and let's just go ahead and use Google Chrome. So it's a Google Chrome extension, and it's called Loom. Diana, do you know? Are you familiar? I know Jesse uses it all the time.
Yes, I use them a lot.
So Loom is amazing. Basically, you click on the button and it pops up a little circle of your face on your screen, and you can share your screen. And so what I do whenever somebody submits a thing and says, hey, I'm looking to sell my listing, within an hour, I send them a video of my face in front of the comps for their house. And I say, hi, so-and-so, my name is Thomas Eaves with the Eaves Realty Group. Received your inquiry on Facebook about getting an opinion of value for your home, or finding out what your home is worth. Here's the comparables for your neighborhood. This is everything that's sold in such and such neighborhood in the past 90 days. Based on this, I think your home would sell between blank per square foot and blank per square foot. I always give a range, and I never say the price. I always say number per square foot, right? It requires them to do a calculation. It gives a big enough range that they're not going to watch my video and think, oh, he's way too low or he's way too high. Nope, gave a big range. And the reason I gave a big range is because haven't seen it yet. Gonna see it. Gonna come see it. But I haven't seen it yet, right? And so I usually send that video via email, and I know when my emails are opened, right? If you don't have a mail tracker on your email, again, it's 2020, we're real estate agents. That title company that's like, oh, I never received it. You did. I actually know how many times you opened it. I did that this week. It was a lot of fun. So sorry I hadn't received that. You had, actually. See? I know. So you could do that, and then the other thing that I recommend doing is text them and say, hey, just sent you an email. Is blank still your email address? That is a golden text, and let me tell you why that's a golden text. It lets them know that, hey, I've already responded to your inquiry that you submitted about on Facebook that you may have forgotten about. But it also asks them if their email, we show the email that they got. Here, let me ask yet another question. How many of you are still using the same email address as when you created your Facebook in 2006? There's one. And Diana kind of, yeah, no, Diana, I'm in the same boat. So here's the thing. Whenever Facebook was created, I lived in a double wide in Lagardo, Texas, population 412. And we had AOL, dial-up internet. And so my email address when I created Facebook was an @AOL.com email. So if I use Facebook to log into anything, I'm using my AOL email address from 2006 that I barely know how to access. And that could be the case for other people who are automatically subscribing to your advertisement on Facebook. They could be clicking and going in there, and it could be using an old email, right? That's why we send the text. That's why we send the text. It says, hey, I sent your text to this AOL email. Is that still the right email for you? And they might respond back and go, oh, God, no, my email address is this now. Perfect, I'll resend it to you. See? And so not only did it get us into a conversation, it got us the correct contact information. And now they're going to be looking for your email, okay? So just so you know, that's brilliant, okay? Just so you know, if I do say so myself, okay? So in addition, there are other follow-ups. We should teach a whole class on follow-ups because what I find is that real estate agents are really, really good at running advertising. They're really, really good at spending money on Facebook, okay? Real estate agents are amazing at spending money on Facebook. There is no bigger group of suckers than real estate agents. We will pay for anything. Like, get 10 listings in my sleep, get 5 listings by converting to Judaism, I'll do it, right? So like that's what we do. We see an advertisement that says they're going to give us stuff and we go, yes, let's do it. And then we get the leads and we go, wow, I got a lead. That's scary. And then we put it away. Or we put them on a drip campaign. We've got to follow up with these people, right? You don't have bad leads. They're not bad leads, okay? It's just that you're not following up with the leads. So I think I've talked myself right onto the ledge. Anything else? Are there any questions? Should we open this up to Q&A?
There was a comment on Facebook that when they've run Facebook ads, a large portion of the leads have bad phone numbers and sometimes bad emails. What do you do with those?
So you would assume that one of them is right? We would hope that one of them is right. Well, I can't legally tell you what I would do, but I'll tell you an ethical workaround. I would email them and ask them if this is the right phone number for them, and I would text them and ask them if this is the right email for them. That's about the best that you can do, right? You could always put that. Tori's not on here, is she? Rebecca's not. You could always put their phone number into Forewarn and find out if that's a real person and find out how many crimes they've committed.
Have you ever tried the Facebook Messenger phone call trick where you find the person that you got the lead of and try to call them through Messenger? It actually makes their phone ring.
So that's a brilliant trick that I have not tried. Is anyone else writing these down? There are nuggets.
Question. Can you hear me?
I can vaguely hear someone.
Okay, it's me, Deanna. Question. So I had success running an ad, a really successful ad where I got tons of leads. My cost per lead was very low. My question is, when the ad finished out, I decided to just copy and duplicate the ad again. And then the second time when I ran the ad, it went bad. Like I got 0 leads. Do you know anything about why that could have occurred?
The reason why I do know, and the fix is just to cancel the ad and run a new one. So here's what it is. Facebook is an algorithmic, I almost said disaster. No, that's the word I'll use. Facebook is an algorithmic disaster. And sometimes things work really, really well, and sometimes things don't work at all. And it could be the exact same thing, it's just a day later. The problem is they're constantly changing the algorithms in the background, and we can't keep up with what works and what doesn't. So something that works one week doesn't work the following week. And by the way, I have taught this class probably 24 times. It's different every time. And it's not because I'm super inconsistent as an instructor, which is also true, but it's because Facebook changes the game like every couple of months. So we will teach this class again in a couple of months, and this will be completely irrelevant. So what we're teaching today, go and use it today because it won't be relevant in a few days, right? Go and use this today while it works. Yeah, no, I have ads that, I've gotten 20 leads in a day, and then it has run for a week and gotten 1. We're all a victim to that, and unfortunately, we can't fix Facebook. I wish I could.
So Scrappy is also saying that when you duplicate, it takes out the targeting, and so that might be why it is not working as well the second time.
Yeah, so if it's taking out the custom targeting, then that would mean that we're targeting Austin, I guess, with a map of the DFW Metroplex. And as we know,
yes.
people in Austin love Dallas. It's like their favorite place. Okay, what else we got?
Deanna had said you could also find people on thatsthem.com. So if you don't have their email or password.
Yeah, I was using Spokio for a really long time. Spokio works really, really, really well. It always finds info. Whether or not the info is accurate, that is debatable, but it always finds a ton of information. You might not be contacting the person, but you're definitely contacting their cousin in Guatemala. And so they might tell them, right? So yeah, Spokio works really well. Whitepages.com I used to use. Forewarn is a great resource. What else? Vulcan 7. A lot of expensive programs out there that you can use. I bet the Bulletin did it. Sometimes that has worked out and sometimes it has not. What else we got? I'll tell you how far we've come by having this on a platform that makes it this easy, is that this class used to be 2 hours long, and the end of it was like an hour-long Q&A session. And then as soon as Command put it into this screen where really they took a lot of the excess functionality away from us that we didn't need, and we didn't need it. We didn't need it. And they just put everything right there where you can just click it and it happens. This class has gotten a lot shorter. Can't decide if I like that. I do like talking and being the center of attention.
So are you having your best results right now on buyer targeted Facebook ads or listing?
Listings. I have probably received, so this is a real number. So I started running my my targeted listing ads at the beginning of August, and I have 32 listing leads in my inbox. So if I convert 5-10% of those, that's 2 or 3 listings added to the bottom line, and that's just a month of advertising, right? So, and it's exactly what I just showed you. It's that exact text that I just showed you. It's that exact photo that I just that I showed you how to pull. I mean, that's the ad. The difference, the biggest difference is it doesn't lead to a Facebook ad form. It actually leads to a landing page. Now, if you want to go and pay for a landing page, I guess we could teach a mastery class on it. No, we're not going to. Just come to my office. We'll talk about it. So. If you want to pay for a landing page, what it does is pretty creative. The first question it asks you, you just requested a home valuation, right? So you expect to give away your address. So the first question it asks you whenever it takes you to the lead page is, what's your address? Which they are expected, and they type it in. I live at 123 Main Street. Click. The next question it asks them is, great, where should we send your report to? And then it asks for your email and your phone number. Okay. Some people's spidey senses tingle and they go, ooh, I'm about to be scammed and give my money away to a big corporation. As we know, the Eaves Realty Group at Keller Williams Realty, big corporation, we're out to steal people's info. As you know. And so some people will disappear, but we already have their address, right? And so we can look up their info, we can mail them something, we have their address. If they get past the page where they have put in their email and their phone number, the third page it takes them to says, great, when are you going to sell? Are you going to sell immediately, 3 to 6 months? You're going to sell 6 to 9 months? You're going to sell in a year? Or are you just curious? It asks something else on that page too. So it's kind of a cool transition, right? So it's basically like If they make it through all 3 pages, these people are really interested. They had no qualms about giving away their address, their contact information, and their motivation to sell. Oh, the other thing is there's just kind of a short answer form where it says, is there anything about the house we should know? And we're asking for updates, improvements, or does it need a bit of work? So they fill out that. And so now I've got their address, I've got their contact information, I have their motivation. I mean, that if that's not a hot lead, I don't know what is. And that sort of hot lead is costing me like 73 cents. So I'll pay 73 cents for an $8, $9, $10, $12, $1,000 commission any day. So if you think Facebook ads don't work, stop running them, and I will do it. I will do it.
So I know this isn't a follow-up, but I know that a lot of the Facebook ads are not come list me right now. So Are you using smart plans, or how are you reminding yourself to follow up?
Smart plans are great. They're getting better. I know they're editable now. I will just wrap myself out. I have a long-term campaign that I wrote years ago on LionDesk, and I still use that. LionDesk is my CRM that I'm still using probably about 25% of the time, and it's because my drips are all loaded in there, all right? I built them all. They're already in there. One of these days, they will migrate. One of these days, when I have a great administrative assistant who sits in my office every day and looks for things to do, they will all be loaded into Command. Right now, they're in LionDesk, and yes, they're on a drip that follows up with them for like 18 months.
Is it a mix of texting and emailing and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, texting, emailing, and then it prompts me to do tasks as well. So sometimes the task is call them, text them, say this. You can get birthdays. That's always a great. Those Loom videos, if you can make a Loom video for their birthday, hey, happy birthday, love you. That's a great touch. You remember their birthday, you remember their special day. So happy bar mitzvah, whatever you can do.
I will say there are some virtual assistants that would love to help you with moving your drips over to Command.
I'm sure there are. And Diana's going to send me the names any second now. I can just feel it.
Does anybody else have any questions?
When will we be back in the training room?
Scrappy?
Scrappy, are you still there? I want the energy of the training room. We have.
I can't breathe in this thing. My goodness. Yeah. So yes, yeah. We'll be back in training room when you want to come back. We can go back yesterday. That's cool. I've got to take my sunglasses off. Hold on. I feel ridiculous. Yeah, we can fit about. I forget how many they told us, a dozen in the training room. So yeah, come on back. Let's do it.
Is a picture of me your background? I just scrolled over to see. I thought there were only like 4 people in this class. But
Oh, that's why you weren't hysterically laughing. If you wonder why I was hysterically laughing this entire time, it was Scrappy.
Oh, wow, that's great. I love that. I love this journey.
I love this. Look at it. I love this journey for us.
That's my Wheelhouse Realty name tag. I mean, that's a real blast from that. Look, I had a hairline back then. Man, that was a good time.
So yeah, we're back. Shane's out there. Shane, you did it. You came in. You did
Shane.
something. You left the house. Leaving the house is hard, y'all. You looked at the house. Everything. You gave up any movie to come here and do work. And I love y'all for it. So I'm here literally every day. So come on in. And what I really want to know is, what's the follow-up on this? Like, how do I know who is, how you guys tell me, educate me. How do I know who is absorbing this gold and implementing it? How am I going to know?
I think you should screenshot your ad, and I think you should put it on the KW Denton group.
I tell you what.
You're like, I took a great class this morning, and here's the result.
I tell you what. I want you guys to do that. Yeah. Share your ads. We'll critique them. We'll be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Person with the best results. What did you say? What are we spending? $25 7 days? $30 7 days?
35. I said 35.
Okay. $35 7 days to take a variable out of there. Okay. And share your results. The lowest cost per lead What am I doing for this, Diana?
We don't know.
Lowest cost per lead wins. I love you guys. Wins the ticket to Mega Camp. Come on, let's do it. Do it now. You got it. Well, you really have to do it now because it's the 3rd, and Mega Camp starts on the 15th. So start your ad today. It'll start running tomorrow. $35, 7 days. Person with the lowest cost per lead. Post it in the Facebook group. Lowest cost per lead. Mega Camp. It's on Mama.
It's an awesome weekend to do it too because it's a holiday weekend. You want them running on a holiday when everybody's home.
Y'all, Thomas is here pouring into us. Give him some energy back. Tell him that you're gonna do something. Tell him that you appreciate it. It's tough. Listen, it's tough teaching classes right now. I'll just be super vulnerable and really honest. It's tough teaching classes right now because we miss you.
Mm-hmm.
Miss you guys. We love you guys, and so don't inflate his ego too much, but show him some love.
Brianna says, Thomas, please teach us more classes. And Chelsea says, thank you.
I know.
Just in case you can't see your chat because you didn't
You've been
see
ignoring
Scrappy.
I couldn't see anything. Yeah. I had this teeny tiny little grid, and yeah, no.
Up on the Houston Huskies this weekend, Saturday, 6:30, 48-20. Heard it here first.
Great job.
Thomas, thank
Thomas. Great job.
I'm so mad at you for not being in your office too. So mad. Would have been so much better. I'll get you.
I like the green screen.
I'm serious, y'all. If you don't take advantage of this, spend $35, save yourself 100 and whatever Mega Camp is, 19.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to collect 35 leads off of this, y'all, if you really called every single one of them company average, we're getting a buyer's rep 1 out of every 30.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're getting a listing 1 out of every 30 if you're really following up with them.
Yep.
Yeah, go get some listings. I could use some more profit share.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got one. We got one coming.
Great.
You do.
I know.
We did.
Oh, he's so nice too. Nice guy. Okay.
Love you guys. I'm jumping.
All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. Bye.